Afternoon folks, Phil here from Telford Koi Pond yet again in my scruffs, only one stage further this time, also very badly unshaven, so I do apologise for that. Not a pretty sight, I appreciate. But I've just been doing my filter checks and bits and pieces and checking up on the state of the water in the grow-on pond. And to be honest, I didn't expect to sort of come back to you with any results this quick, but I am very pleasantly surprised with how the water's behaving and reacting to what I'm now using. So I'm going to spin you around and actually show you what I've been using. So lots of you will have seen, if you follow my channels, whenever we go into the filter house, this is always in the background. I call it Chemical Corner. I've got all my treatments up there, ready-made bottles of sodium thiosulfate, dechlorinator, and I've also got my filter bacteria stuff down here. Now, I've been a great advocate of pond bombs for many years, and then recently, last season, swapped onto fresh PSB, which I'm sure a lot of you use now, and I've had great results with that. But for the grow on, I decided I wanted to do something different. So I have been using, for the past 4 weeks or so, those bad boys there. So as I say, I wanted to try something different, and I know these have been on the market for a while, so I dare say a number of you are extremely familiar with this. But what I chose for the grow on is the UK Koi Supplies Filter Bacteria Kickstarter. Again, you will have seen I've got activators and all sorts of things on there, and I was going to use the PSB to start with, but I tend to use that on the main pond as a sort of maintenance dose. I don't know whether you'll pick that up on the back. Just a little bit of advice to UK Koi Supplies: if you make your labels bigger, make them a little bit easier to read for us old folk. So anyway, sorry, I'll try and keep it steady. But basically, as it says there, it's 50 millilitres per 1,000 litres of water. So my little grow on's only 500 gallons, so I've been calling it 2,500 litres. But it's such a small amount. I mean, you can see, I think it was sort of up to here when I first had it. You can see what small amounts I've been using, and I've been doing water changes and things every other day, cleaning the filter out and things like that, just to try and avoid any sort of inadverse ramp up of anything, to be honest with you. But anyway, I've been starting the filter with the Filter Bacteria Kickstarter, and I've also been using that in conjunction with this Lacto bacteria. And again, go and have a look on the website if you want to know how to use it. But basically, it's 50 millilitres per 1,000 litres. Again, only this goes in your pond, not in your filter. That obviously goes in with your filter media, because you're trying to seed the media. Now, for fans of PSB, it's absolutely brilliant. Got no problem with that at all. The smell is quite something. I'm sure you will have not been able to avoid back. These are actually on another level. The smell of these is something else, but surprisingly addictive. It's really weird. But anyway, I've been using these. Let me just get up and I'll come back to you. Shouldn't really get down on my knees at my age, but as I say, I've just been doing my filter checks. So ammonia, nitrite, chlorines, KH, phosphates and oxygen. I have some different testers just up there, but I've just been doing all my tests. I'm still using and loving the it's gone off on me, the Koi Control app. I still use this all the while. I think it's by far the best app on the market, in my opinion, for what I want to do in terms of recording your fish. These are a little bit out of date, I don't need to have the new ones on, but in terms of recording your fish and obviously also doing your water parameters. So there's your water parameters. I haven't entered these on yet, but basically, as you'll see, there's three things open there. There's two nitrite ones, which is the nitrite, that one. There's 2 nitrites open because I did a test on the nitrite, and I couldn't quite believe the results, so I've just done that one again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this week's, or this one, sorry about the glare, I'll put this one up properly. I'll take a snapshot of it and put it on the screen, and I'll compare that to a test I did 4 weeks ago when I started using this. Now the problem I've had in terms of a trial in the grow on tank, I'm just not registering anything. And when I say not registering anything at all, then obviously I am measuring, you know, really minute traces of nitrite and ammonia, but nothing that actually, you know, it just doesn't register on my radar. So as you can see by this one in particular, I thought the only true test to give it really is just see what happens if I put it in the main pond. Because again, it's you know, it contributes to good water balance. It's beneficial bacteria for a healthy pond and all that good stuff, which, as I say, go and have a look at the website rather than trying to blow this up and read it. But it's a lot of interesting facts about this. As I say, worth buying just to have a sniff, because it's something else. But anyway, over the course of the last 4 weeks, as I say, I'll put the results up after I stop blubbering on, and you'll see that the you know, what we're looking at now. Can I get this out of the light somehow? Let me just see if I can move you around. So if you can see what we're looking at there, I'll do this properly, but the nitrite in particular has gone down from, and there's the drum cleaning, gone down a lot from where it was before. The phosphates have gone down and the ammonia has gone down. Now the only difference, I'm still feeding 450, it's still 22 degrees. What did that do that? Oops. Still 22 degrees. pH has gone down slightly because it was, not quite sure why that keeps coming off, bear with me. I'll get them put up on the screen, then you compare them properly. But basically the pH has come down slightly because it was 7.4, now it's 7.2, and the carbon hardness was 77 and now it's 72, so that's come down a little bit as well. But the nitrite, which was at I think it was 0.21, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, I think it was 0.21, is now down to 0.078. so it's you know, the only thing I've done different, and this isn't a sales pitch because I'm not selling the stuff, but the only thing that I have done different over the last 4 weeks is use this. And also what that tells me, let's go and have a look at the fish while we're waffling on. You'll have to excuse the washing because I have to wash all the dogs' tails, they're filthy. So everything really has remained the same. Nothing has changed. Fish are still looking happy. We did have a little incident a few days ago, believe it or not. Biggie Small. Where's he hiding? Oh, he's down there. Biggie Small, the big one right at the bottom of the pond there. I happened to be looking out the bedroom window and I saw him. Literally, he comes straight up out the water here. He went, I would say, virtually as high as the top of the backy shower and come down on the blooming lip of the backy shower. That's how pigging voraciously they feed when it's feeding time. So, as you know, I had a new feeder if you've watched previous videos. That's where it's sitting at the moment. Its end home will be at the side of there, but I just want to put a bit more flow up that corner to get it out quickly, because what I'm finding with this feeder, which is absolutely superb and does exactly what I wanted to, it's just the fact that it doesn't actually spread food out like a lot of things do, so you need to rely on either a water current or bubbles or something to spread it out. And here it's absolutely fine. It drops and then it disperses down here and they all start attacking it, and then while they're attacking that one it drops its second lot and then again it follows it down here. But I'd rather think, well, part of me wants to put it up there because it's even neater and out of the way, but then I do worry about them attacking the backy shower again. But anyway, I don't think there's any lasting damage. He seems alright. I haven't done anything to him at all. Haven't even tried to take him out the water or anything. I did notice that he'd lost about 4 or 5 scales, but just keeping a close eye on him. So that's the big pond. So as I say, because I couldn't really see any massive results or changes in the little pond because the readings were so slight anyway, which I think in itself is a good thing. I've used it in this, but I will put the readings up in a minute. In fact, you know what, I'm going to put the readings up now. So as you will have seen, my readings are low anyway, let's be honest. They're at the bottom end of the scale, but there's a massive difference. There's a massive difference between what they were a month ago, 4 weeks ago, and what they are now in terms of ammonia, nitrite and phosphate. So I'm chuffed with that. Bit of a schoolboy error on this particular, showing you this, because what I did about 20 minutes ago is clean the glass. So although the glass is very clear, there's just a ton of bits floating around in the pond. Excuse me. But again, I think you can see they seem to be all happy. They're definitely growing. Even the little ones, you come out and you know, even though I'm noticing a difference, and everybody that comes around infrequently have commented how much they've grown. So really pleased with those. Looking forward to having a proper look at them when I decide what I'm going to do with them all. But again, I'm still I haven't put my other covers on or anything yet. I'm still using these temporary covers, and feeding wise I'm using the old trusty P7000 that was on the big pond, just to give it that regular feeding between my hand feedings. You know, these have got limited use. The P7000, it's a great little machine, but by virtue of the fact you can only really feed 3 times a day, it limits you, and the quantities aren't that good, to be honest with you. Whereas the new one I've got, the Aqua Forte automatic fish feeder, oh, it's just dropped. I wonder what they missed that one. That's a shame. It's just dropped in the water, which is why the fish were all going mad. This one is a lot bigger, it's a lot more robust. It's got an 8 litre capacity, which can be doubled up to 15. Again, if you're interested, go and have a look at my previous video. But this one is far more substantial and far better for the big pond. I can quite easily you know, fill this up with the 15 kilograms and go on holiday, not worry about it at all. So there they are, happy days. So apologies, back in the filter house, apologies if you can hear a noise. It's the RO's just kicked off, and obviously I don't want to turn it off, so that's just working away in the background. I don't want to spend hours on these because I'll bore you to death, but suffice it to say, you know, I don't give anything a good review or a bad review unless I've had personal experience of it. This has been out on the market for a while, and I've just never tried it. Having this little grow on tank has given me the opportunity, shall we say, to give it a go. The filter starter bacteria, I can only say it must be working, simply because I've got no readings. My media is sinking nicely, it's colouring up nicely. The inside of the filter is colouring up nicely. But I'm just getting virtually 0 readings for ammonia and nitrite, so I can't, you know, I'm presuming that, bearing in mind the amount of food I'm chucking in, that must be doing some good. And ditto with this, in the little pond, as I say, it's 50 millilitres per 1,000, it's great stuff, 50 millilitres per 1,000 litres. In the actual pond, just as a water conditioner tonic. I think it's good after treatments, after water changes, after medication and things like that, when you're trying to get back to normal. But again, in the pond, because I'm still getting virtually, sorry, in the grow on tank, because I'm still getting virtually 0 readings, I can only presume it's working. Whereas in the main pond, as you will have seen, and I'll put them up again after this just so you can compare again if you want to, the readings I was getting a month ago, and for those that know me, I have stopped testing every week now. Got to the point where basically I sort of realised that I'm chasing numbers that aren't achievable on a, you know, under normal circumstances in an outdoor pond. So rather than chasing the dragon, as it were, I just test once a fortnight now, or even once a month, unless there's any noticeable difference in the pond. If you know the water smells different, the fish are acting different, I don't test. So this has been a good test for me, doing the tests a month ago, doing the tests today, and yeah, seeing what the results are. So based on where we are at the moment, I'm going to stick my neck out and say that I would actually recommend both of those products. Now, I'm not saying they're any better or any worse than anything that's out there, because I'm still using this. I'm still using my Fish Protect after treatments and things like that. I'm still using Vita Spray in the food, and I'm still using a little bit of the Lacto Plus Activator gel, simply because I've got a pot and I'm just using it all up. And the Pond Detox formula, that really is infrequent, but every now and again I just throw a couple of teaspoons in, basically, and I don't know whether that does any good or not, but again, I've got it, so I'm going to use it. But I like these. I like I like what they do. I like the bump that I'm reading about them. I'm no scientist, so I can't give you any, you know, super technical facts. Go and have a look on the website for yourself. And basically, my advice: just try it. You know, it's worked for me. I'm not saying it will work for everybody. Everybody's pond's different. Everybody uses it differently, but it's worked for me, so it might work for you. So go and make your own mind up. But thanks for watching anyway. Cheers, folks.